guys, welcome to today's workout recap. So today we're going to focus on some rotational strength, ideally good type of work for those who are coming into, say, the upcoming baseball season. Also to those of you that are golfers, playing cricket, maybe even anything that is swinging a stick that's involved in rotational movement. Yes, and even for the guys in basketball, because of the way that we are changing direction on the court, this workout might be an ideal one for you. But again, go into this easy and then work out where your place is as far as your level of power and aggression that you're going to do on the final piece of the work. Now, the final piece is specifically for the guys for the baseball, and you'll see we're going to go outside and we're going to show you that. But for the first part of the piece, we're going to focus on some upper body strengths on overhead press. So we're working on tightening through our trunk and using that to stabilize and pressing above. We're then going to come under the kettlebell for a very off-center rotational swing. We're going to do some small abs, some light abs, some light oblique type work, and we're going to go outside. So first thing first, standing overhead press. Barbell here is loaded, so you put the weight on that you're comfortable with. I've got it set at 60 kilos. That is sufficient enough for me that I can get out a set of 10, with the last couple being with the workers. Now, I'm happy for you. Literally, you're coming under the barbell is going to be in this position. You're going to step out from your rack, or in my case, I'm going to step back from the rack. Barbell starts here. If you've got the front rack mobility, you can lay it on the front of your shoulders, just across the clavicle, and therefore it's from here. It is as strict a press as you can make, and back down here for a set of 6. Now, as you fatigue, you will find that you will maybe pop a little bit. I'm fine for that, but it is not a split jerk. For me, it is simply here. I'm going to take a slightly wider stance. I'm going to simply use a bit of momentum, drive, and I'm going to lock my legs out. I'm not going to dip too much. I'm just doing enough to get up the shoulders past literally the bridge of my nose, which is the sticking point, and press into an overhead position. You're going to hold for a sec, and then you're going to do like an eccentric. You're going to slow it down and bring it back down here because we're only going for a set of 6. From there, we're going to move on to the kettlebell. Again, start with a light kettlebell, so that way then you can get used to this move. If you are finding this uncomfortable, please don't do it. Just go with kettlebell swings. But this here is literally like a lateral type swing, where I'm actually going to stand in that split stance position, and I'm going to swing here, driving off the outside of this hip. I'm going to drive across my body. So therefore, I'm actually using my rotational strength to go up and through, and I'm using it to stop the bell. So what I'm going to simply do, stand, I'm going to swing and stand, and so on. Again, I'm not generating significant pull. I'm not putting it up here. I'm just coming across the body, stopping and back, stopping and back. You've got to watch you don't come through and hit the hip. So therefore, there is a bit of anti-rotation to bring it back, to stop it and swing through. So again, I'm going to do 10 on the right and change legs. I'm going to do 10 on the left, and I'm going to come back to center and just do 10 normal kettlebell swings. Movement number 3, we're going to come onto the bench. And we're simply, you can lay down, you can do leg raises. I just simply chose to just come onto the edge of the bench, sit back a little tiny bit, and I'm just going to do some crunches and some extension. Out, out. And again, taking my time, and I'm simply going for somewhere between 10 to 20. As I fatigue and as I tire, you're going to find probably less, but I'm focusing on the crunch and I'm focusing on that full extension, not letting this get laxed and let my hip flexors do it, but letting this be tight so that is controlling where my feet go, not my hip flexor. Now, I'm going to spin around, we're going to go outside, and I'm going to show you the bag. Simply, I've got a punching bag set up, I've got my baseball bat sitting there, and we're simply going to imagine I'm in a batting cage, and I'm going to rotate through with the swing, and I'm going to get a couple of good strikes, hopefully onto the ball. Now, as you can see, the bag, you'll see where it is. You can see it's concave, which is where I've been hitting it, which is roughly in that part of my strike zone. Okay, I will occasionally drop something down lower, so that way then I'm getting used to where the ball may come up and down in my zone, because clearly my strike zone, don't forget, between my shoulders and my knees. So if I'm a big tall guy, bigger strike zone. If I'm a short guy, smaller strike zone. But again, I'm focusing on the rotation of driving this hip and driving it through with the bat. So I'm just going to go 2 or 3, we'll show you what that is. When that's done, that's the end of the workout video. Now, if you're doing this at home and you don't have this, then again, the bag, yep, you can do it. You may not have that. You might have an old tire. Put up an old tire hanging off the fence, go into the old tire, okay? If you don't have that, then it's a move that you can do. Perhaps what you can do is you can have a band. You can grab a band here and a band here and a band off of say a column, and you can rotate through with the band. Just tie it around the top of the bat and rotate through. You're not going to get the explosiveness because you don't have a strike to stop you from swinging all the way through, and we're not looking to rotate the whole way through and then end up doing a lower back. The overhead press, you can do a standing overhead press with your ruck. The ruck of the sandbag is an option for at home. You can do the ruck of the sandbag swing also here too. You can also do a normal swing, and this thing here, you can do this on the floor, you can do this on the bench. Spin around, just do 2 or 3 shots on the bag that you see from the back and also from the opposite side, and then that's it, that's the workout. Like, subscribe, please tell a friend. Right, let's just head outside. Okay, so as you can see, just a little bit of swinging with the bat just to finish us off. Again, we're going to do a set of 10 on each one of those. We're going to take our time. We're not going to rip into it for 10. We're going to go one good swing to feel, how did that feel? Okay, step back, focus, and again, focus on that hip drive. That's it for today. Enjoy. See you guys tomorrow.